Her mother scrunched her face in a sour look. "Troubadours are wanderers and thieves. You don't want to be like them." Mother's dislike of troubadours was well known. Violet's grandmother, on the other hand, had been known to run out of her house when she heard troubadours passing by and beg them to sing her a song. Grandmother also liked to sing while she worked and picked flowers for every room in her house. Perhaps that was why Violet liked visiting her so much. She placed the large handful of flowers on top of the cloth-covered food in her basket. When she tried to remount her mule, she nearly spilled everything. She decided to walk the rest of the way and lead the mule by the reins. Her mind wandered, as it often did, to Mother's expectation that she would marry Robert Mercer, the son of the landowner who lived on the other side of the stream, the boundary between their lands. But Violet didn't like Robert. He never spoke to her directly. If the man wanted to marry her, as he said he did, then he might at least talk to her and find out what she liked and disliked. Besides, 2 years ago she'd overheard him saying to her brother, "What good is it for a woman to learn to read?" She hadn't heard the rest of their conversation, but his words made her sure that she would not marry Robert Mercer. Father had taught her to read when she was very young, before he died of a fever. He'd been the younger son of a knight, and he had inherited the plot of land she and her mother and brother, as well as their villeins and tenants, now farmed. After she'd indignantly related what Robert had said about women learning to read, her mother said, "Robert may not even know how to read himself. He has no need for reading because he has a goodly amount of land, and he has plenty of people to work the land. He knows how to cipher, does he not?" At the time, Violet had shrugged her shoulders. She didn't know, didn't want to know. Now, as she led her mule toward her grandmother's house, she found herself thinking that if no other offer of marriage came along, she might actually give in and marry him. She hated the thought of disappointing her mother after all she had done for her, taking her in when she was an orphan with no one to care for her. But grandmother thought much differently from mother. When Violet said that her mother wanted her to marry Robert Mercer, grandmother had smiled, a wistful look on her face. "Is that what you want?" "No," Violet answered. She imagined her future love as a handsome man who was brave and capable, who wrote and played songs like David in the Bible, who loved her more than anything. And the man she wanted to marry would never disapprove of her knowing how to read. "Perhaps it is not likely to happen," Violet told her grandmother, "but I would marry a man who reads and writes, who is noble and good-hearted, and who is in love with me." "I have faith that you will marry just such a man." Grandmother gave her a mysterious smile. "Do as you wish, my dear, and don't let anyone tell you that love is not important. Love is everything." As she picked her way down the muddy road, Violet said softly, rubbing Sally's neck, "Love is everything." She soon arrived at her grandmother's cottage and called out in a sing-song voice, "Grandmother, it's me, Violet." Then she pushed the front door open. "Oh, my dear, I was just wishing for a visit from you." Grandmother made her way quickly across the room, then hugged her and kissed her cheek. "And what is this you've brought me?" "Some flowers I picked, and cake, bread, and some cheese." "Oh, my sweet Violet, how thoughtful you are." She kissed her cheek again. "And how fetching you look with your red riding cloak against your dark brown hair." "I love you, Grandmother." Violet gently embraced her frail shoulders. "Let me put the flowers in a vase for you." Violet hurried to get the pottery vase and fill it with water. When she returned, she asked, "How are you feeling? No more headaches, I hope." "I am well enough, well enough." "Is something wrong? Are you in pain?" No, I am well. Just the same few aches that a woman my age can expect to have. No, but I will warn you that there have been some brigands." "Brigands? Here? Did they harm you?" "They did not harm me, but they took the money I had planned to use to buy a goose and a pig. You knew that my pigs died, did you not?" Violet nodded. "I remember. They got the wasting disease." "The money they stole was what I needed for my winter meat. Without it..."